Hi there, welcome to the cloud. Let's play some Disney Sorcerer's Arena. I will see you over there. So my friends, this is the one that a few of you have been asking for in the Discord, and that is the Towers of Endurance. And I'm going to make a video about this today because I think I'm at the point where I'm able to actually clear the third tower, and I am on the third tower. As you can see, if we head on over, I managed to clear the first two of these quite a while back when they changed the format on us. I didn't realize that you would not be able to go and return to them, so I can't take you through those. But the hardest of them all so far seems to be this third tower, and mostly because of this Oceanic requirement up here. Some of the levels you can take in pretty much any characters you want, as long as you have one Oceanic character, which most of you are going to have Ariel, and then you are going to require for the slightly higher tiers to have at least two, and for most of you that's going to be Hook. My problem is I can get up to about level 7 or 8, and then my Hook just bites the dust. He's just too low down, too low starred, and I'm not willing to invest a huge amount of gear and materials into him. So also part of today, I'm excited because even though I can get so far with Hook, when he dies I'm probably going to need another Oceanic to clear the next level above that, and that comes in the form of Jack Sparrow. There you go, that's my brand new unlocked Jack Sparrow. So that is why he was relevant, because tower number 3 requires Oceanic. And let's unlock him now in case we need to use him in this tower challenge. I'm going to leave it for now because, as we know, gold and materials are precious in this game, and if we don't have to use them up to get by, it is better to hoard and save them for any specific thing you are working on, primarily your main squad. So let's head on into this tower and I will show you how I go through it. So I've been able to get up to this level here around 8 and sometimes 9. The main problem I have is keeping an Oceanic character alive long enough. If you are in the game starting out, you will almost certainly get Captain Hook and Ariel. Those will be the two Oceanics that you require to go up these levels. By the time you get up here to level 8 of this tower, you're going to have to take 2 in, and you will need to keep taking 2 in for levels 9 and the final level on 10 as well. So if you can't keep them alive, my Hook is not hugely leveled up and I don't want to be wasting resources on him, as we've just discussed. Then if he dies throughout the rest of your tower climb, then you won't be able to proceed even if you clear the levels, and thus far I have not managed to do that. So hopefully today this will be the first time. So here we go. Oceanic character 1 required. Okay, level 1. Shan Yu is your absolute star here. For me, this climb has been so much easier. As you can see, Shan Yu is just gonna straight up take out these mermaids, which are your danger characters on an opponents on this stage. These turtles don't do too much damage. You want to take out those mermaids as fast as possible. They can charm, they're pretty hard, and on the later stages of this tower you will see they can one-shot some of your characters. My Mickey is near enough gear tier 5 and level 49, I think I ramped them all up to, and he can get one-shotted by those mermaids on those later levels. So this one here was an easy win. That's level 1. Let's just charge through these early stages once you get those tips on what enemies are going to be coming up. And then boom, turtles not so difficult. And that is level 2. As you can see, for the first 2 levels there, pretty much the same set of enemies. This is where it's going to change up a bit. You're still requiring Kingdom and Oceanic here, so let's go on through. If these load times get too bad, there will be a few cuts here for you guys, and I will skip through them. Alright, it's going to be the same tactic again. Very occasionally, if you don't get through these guys fast enough, they will all mass attack you due to their buffs. They will all assist, and you will literally have every single one of these come and one-shot your character at the same time. So right now, the other thing to notice while going through the tower is speed meter. This is how you get through the tower by losing a bunch of battles if you can't get past it initially. Back out, go over here and forfeit the match, because then you will reset the state of your characters. They will go back to whatever health pool and level you were at before you went into the match if you forfeit. We're not going to do that right now. We're going to resume. But also what makes it you able to finish the tower is that these turn meters change all the time, so that it gives you different tactical opportunities and ways through the level. So sometimes these mermaids will have nearly full turn meter to start the match, and you just can't get by them because they get off their one shot and their charms too fast and take you down. So this is something you need to be aware of and look out for when climbing towers, is favorable turn meter from your opponents when you start. So this one's looking pretty good for us because these mermaids, which are the main threat, are pretty low on turn meter. This is an endurance tower, and you're going to have to make it all the way through. So see, just like here, if you are going to take a hit like that just before it ends, then what I suggest you do is back out of here, which I'm going to do just so that I can clear the level and take my kingdom characters later on higher up when I really need them to be at full strength. So this is one of the main tactics of trying to clear the towers, is making sure your best characters, or the characters that are required, stay healthy all the way through. And if that means you have to redo a bunch of these battles over and over again, then that's what you got to do, because you will not get through it otherwise. So as you can see here, what we're talking about, the turn meter this time around, this mermaid has nearly full turn meter, but again, it's probably not going to be an issue for me with my Shan Yu. I'll be able to take her out, but in your case, you might not have a character fast enough to get ahead of them. So just back out and try again until you get more favorable turn meter. Boom, Shan Yu definitely going to take care of Hook there at such a low level, and we made it out with pretty much everyone at full life. So let's move on through to level 4, which is where you are now going to have to start taking in 2 Oceanic characters, and your opponents are going to change up to these little coconut guys and our little demigod there from Moana. So the team I start using from this point forward, because you only now have to take into Oceanic, but you don't have to use Kingdom. So the team I typically go with here is this next one up that I saved. And I was using Syndrome because of stun, but I've realized once I got my Shan Yu up to a high enough level, I was able to one-shot characters and get a second turn straight away. I leave the leadership ability on Ariel because this is an endurance event and you want them all to have as much life as possible. So this will be level 4. So this level is pretty straightforward. The Kokomara there, I don't know why we don't have Demigod here as your main boss, but basically I just AoE attack all of these guys with my big bad wolf. Mostly takes all of those out, and then Demona cleans them up. He'll pretty much always get invulnerable off, which is a shame because he was just like one little sliver of life there from dying. So all you have to do is just keep spamming your basic so you can get through this as fast as possible, and hope he doesn't hit any of your characters that are going to need to survive or have a higher health pool later on. So if we get around to Ariel again, let's just trigger off this heal so everyone's topped up as much as possible, and then down he goes. So sometimes you can get through him without him triggering invulnerable and you don't have to go through all of that. Other times, most of the time, you're going to have to do that. Okay, so this is where it starts getting a little more interesting. The danger characters you were looking out for here are this Captain Jack's crew here. These guys throw some kind of weird chain cannonball attack which does a lot of damage and can potentially one-shot your characters. So you want to take them out as fast as possible. Again, remember to check for turn meter. So it seems to alternate. Once you get to this stage, you're going to have one easy match where it's a single phase to get through, and then as you'll see on this next one on level 6 now, it's going to be a 2-phase battle where you will face off against a kind of boss. In this one it's going to be Jack Sparrow, and as we were discussing, this is where it gets a little harder because he is a hard character to beat, especially when he is surrounded by decent supporting crew. So the person I'm trying to protect here obviously are my 2 Oceanic characters because I need them to go forward. So if you need to back out of a match, those are the 2 you will be checking on if their health pools get too low at any point. But hopefully we're going to have a good run and we'll only have to do this one time. And let's just get straight on through to phase 2. And again, this is going to be a turn meter lottery. Not great. These 2 characters here that represent the threat at the back, they are nearly full turn meter, and Jack Sparrow is also turn meter, so I don't know how well this is going to turn out. Hook going next. And we've cleared that pretty okay. I'm getting pretty optimistic about this one that we're going to clear it on this run. So as we go up the phases, this is what I was saying, you will get one hard one and then one easy one. This is why I can always get to level 7 of this tower, because once I clear that, I'm still allowed to take in these non-faction characters here with my Big Bad Wolf and Demona and just spam the DPS and clear these levels really quickly. But even if you don't have some of these characters like Big Bad Wolf to back you up, these in-between levels are a lot easier. Now we're back to only having one phase to go through. And this is where we're going to run into some problems now. It's level 8. This is the hard one. This is where these mermaids absolutely just one-shot you. Like, they're literally just called mermaid. They don't have any other names, but they will charm your characters or they will one-shot your characters. And Tinkerbell, with all her support abilities, is gonna just buff them. Okay, turn meter not really on our side, but let's see if we can do as much damage as possible. Aladdin is very good for this challenge because he's got a lot of evasion, so if he starts taking the hits for you, then that's going to be RNG in your favor. Okay, so RNG for these mermaids, not too bad, and same for Tinkerbell, but let's try and take her down as fast as possible. And hopefully Mickey's going to make it through this battle. Ariel seems like she's going to survive, so we got the other Oceanic, which we're going to require for level 9. We did it, guys. We made it past stage 8. Hook didn't come out of it, but that is why we have Jack Sparrow. Otherwise, I would be backing out and going at this again. So as we look towards level 9, hopefully being an easier stage, you've got Jellyfish, and then you've got these Flying Dutchman crew. They're pretty vicious as well. They have potentially one-shotting abilities with some of their specials. So let's get rid of Robin Hood and put Jack Sparrow in. We're gonna have to level him up. Okay, turn meter are really not good. I mean, look at these guys. They're basically primed and ready to go. Let's check out some of Jack's abilities and see if they're going to help us. Oh, there you go. This is what I'm saying about one-shotting your characters. Aladdin is down, and I'm gonna back out and retry. Okay, much better on the turn meter here. They are all low down, so I should be able to take out at least 2 of them before one even thinks about going, and hopefully take out all of them. Oh, so close to Mickey dying. Big hit from Shan Yu is going to do it, and we are through and on to the final stage of the tower. Alright guys, long stretch, but stick with me on this one. We're going to make it through and hopefully clear this tower. So the other thing you want to consider when you get towards ending a tower is, do you actually want to finish the tower? I know this sounds crazy, but I already have Peter Pan's spell, I think, unlocked, and this is all I'm going to get out of this chest. Probably a few other goodies, but that's the main thing that it pays out. Daily, though, I could get all these levels and keep racking in these tokens for the exchange store, for the tower exchange store. And that's where you're going to be able to buy a bunch of those spell tokens using this currency. Now, if you get onto the next tower and you can't clear more than the first level daily, all you're going to get is 100, because you're only going to be able to clear level number 1, maybe level number 2, and you're going to be limiting the amount of currency that you get. So this is a decision you're going to have to balance up for yourself where you are at in the game as to whether you actually want to finish a tower and move on to the next one if you don't think you can get that high up and get the maximum amount of currency you can daily from these towers. So for me, I think it's worth the gamble. I'm pretty happy with where my spell library's at, and I'm kind of sick of doing this hard level with Jack Sparrow and getting killed by those mermaids. So I'm gonna do my best for both the video and my sanity to clear this level 10 here. Alright guys, this is it. Level 10, Tower 3, let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna keep plugging away at this. Okay, this is attempt number 7. Let's go after this Jolly Roger crew again. That seems to be the best tactic. At least take one of them straight down. I think it's probably safer just to go ahead and knock this guy down, which Shan Yu was always going to do anyway, and see how far we can get. And this is going to keep happening. Davy Jones is going to keep bringing these guys in. And we're very close to Ariel's healing ability coming around again. Down goes Aladdin. We got another crew member pop up. Okay, got a second hit to take down Jellyfish. Mickey's down. We're down to Shan Yu, and Buzzard is down as well. Oh, Shan Yu's about to go down. Come on. Need some big time damage from foul play here. Alright, let's see and gamble if taking down Davy Jones is going to take the crew down. Nope, there's his chest. Alright, heal ability might keep him. Oh, do I take down this crew member, or do I try and heal Shan Yu? This is probably not going to be enough to save him. Right. I'm going to have to take this crew member down and take the risk that he hits Ariel. Oh, gamble paid off. Here we go. Okay. Big hit from Shan Yu. Oh, I think we did it. We did it, guys. Unbelievable. We managed to clear level 10 of the Tower of Endurance. We just have to take care of this Davy Jones locker here. Just for my own satisfaction, I'm going to heal up here. Make me feel a little bit better. And then Shan Yu is going to bust open this chest. And that is level 10, Tower 3, done. Alright guys, thank you for sticking with me if you're on the long haul of this video. If you're in the edit, oh boy, this is not easy at all once you get up to the final level, and just getting through any tower, depending on your power level, is a grind, as you can see here today. So if you really want to go and see me do the entire grind, go find the link to that video. It's up there. It's probably at this point, I think we're nearly an hour in, so treat it as a stream. Feel free to skip through all of that and get to the bits you want, but yeah, I'm gonna bask in the glory of these fireworks while I ramble on here to wrap this up. Woo! That was a long one, and we nearly didn't do it there. We lost pretty much everyone apart from my 2 7-stars, and they are pretty well geared as well. So there we have it, guys. That is it. That is Tower of Endurance 3. That was difficult. So I'm going to leave it here on this victory screen and let things float by and reflect on the epic journey that was Tower of Endurance, Tower number 3. Hopefully you guys found that useful. It was a long haul if you stuck with the long version of the video. And as always, thanks for hanging out. And next time your head is in the clouds up here in the towers, I will see you again.